I mean, you could also go to 10th Street and 3rd Avenue, and you could list all the tenements that were bulldozed to make those high rises.
I've been talking about that, but this is new. I didn't know about it.
Cabrini, yep. 5th Street Avenue be gone.
Yeah, you know what? You ought to go over there, right, at some point and live stream the area around that, where that dorm's going to go, and then go back once they put the dorm in and see what happens to it, because you'll easily see the change, like almost immediately after the dorm opens up and students go into it.
So down by Avenue B.
Exactly at 5th and B.
It's a big space. It's a big building, you know.
They're cutting the building and putting it higher, and it's just, you know, some of the people already died from being moved, but that's hard to prove.
Well, when you're that old and you're used to something, a move to an uncertain place, you get separated. You have friends in the nursing home. You get separated from all that. That causes people to die, like homelessness does. I mean, you get separated from your family and friends when you're on the street, and people die from it. And NYU is one of the biggest gentrifiers in the whole city of New York, you know, because they don't pay taxes, they got a lot of money, they got political pull, the president's good friends with Bloomberg, they get what they want, you know.
Sexton and Bloomberg are in bed together with that one.
I don't know, you know, people can do anything to stop it, but they at least ought to give it a try, you know.
Push the envelope and maybe put it in their face. Somewhere down the road, it might slow down.
So it's a pretty bleak situation as far as residents who cannot pay their rent are concerned.
Yeah, and like I say,
they can pay their rent. It's not about paying their rent. Their landlord sells out, then they get home, and one thing leads to the other. It's beyond that. These people paid their bills, and they're still getting screwed. I'm going to lean against something. What's this, the banner? Did it go up in flames? The big banner, no?
Yeah, it got soaked and I dumped it.
Oh, okay.
You spelled housing wrong.
Yeah? H-O-U.
I got a lot of comments about that.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's all right.
One year.
So we are just waiting for the folks to get out from the Chris Hedges.
We're going to be here all night, so there's no, you know.
Going to be around most of the night. You don't think so?
No, I would say. But other people are coming.
Other people are coming. It is.
And there's a bunch of people in there listening to Chris Hedges that are coming over here after that's done.
Who complained about.
McDonald's at?
You go to the next block and hang a right, just keep going all the way down to 6th Avenue.
Chris Hedges, who complained about the amount of money that he was allocated from NYU.
No, NYU. He said it was too little.
It was too little.
Do you know how much he has to buy nicer shirts?
I'm asking you, do you know?
Nicer pants?
Would you say that is a person who is truly dedicated to activism?
You don't do it for money, you do it because you want to make the world a somewhat better place.
Yeah, I sure don't do it for money.
Do you think that may have to do with his legal fees regarding his court case against President Obama?
I have no idea.
Look, those lawyers are doing that pro bono. They're not paying for that.
You can't watch a movie.
Lawyers love high-profile cases like that. And a lot of people, what they don't know is that Chris Hedges went in and put the Revolutionary Communist Party and Bob Avakian on a list of domestic terrorists with his testimony. If you read the court papers, you'll see that Hedges named them as a group he could be detained for association with. When they weren't even on the list, Hedges put them on the list. So
he's putting Bob Avakian on the list.
He put him on the list of terrorist list. If you just Google RCP NDAA lawsuit, you can read RCP's statement about all that.
Didi, what time is it?
Should be around 7:45, 8 p.m. almost. 7:49. 7:49. If anybody can provide me with some live updates regarding any major circumstances going on over in Brooklyn, I would be most thankful
Yeah, we'd all
for
like
such.
to hear about it.
We'd all like to get some updates regarding that.
Where'd the bearded kid go?
Ellis?
Ellis?
No, the one that was sitting next to you before all day.
Oh, I don't know where he went. He comes and goes.
What exactly was the police's excuse for shooting the kid in
Been out here all
Brooklyn?
this time. He
What was their
The
claim
excuse
why
was that he had a gun and that he supposedly pointed it at them.
Did they find his supposed gun?
They said it was some sort of revolver.
Did they find his supposed
They
revolver?
did provide a gun. Whether it came off him, some witnesses said, "You got a bulge there. What are you doing? Take it out." He said, "Okay, okay," and he went like this to throw it, to take it out, and they shot him. I wasn't there, but yeah, they found a 38.
Okay, did they test it?
A loaded
to see if
38.
Okay, did they test it to see if it was fired?
Well, the funny thing is, it had 4 live rounds in it. I don't know if the other 2, the drum had been shot or what.
But saying the ballistic test, if it's
Yeah, it had
not,
been fired at some point. Yeah.
if it's not crooked and done honestly, can tell you if it was fired
Yeah,
from
it
that
had been
gun.
fired. But
If it was fired from that gun.
But they're not linking it to any crimes. But that's the big debate, whether he got caught with it and he said, oh, I'm sorry, here you go, I'm putting it on the ground, and they murdered him anyway, or if he said, fuck you, and went like that. We don't know.
Were there any witnesses there?
Well, there's different conflicting stories.
What did the civilians say?
One witness said that he did not have a weapon on him, or he did not point a weapon at the police.
What did? So he was shot fatally.
He was shot 11 times, 3 through his back.
Yo, Jimmy, you want to stand over here?
The entry wounds are from the
Yeah,
back.
sure.
Yeah.
Then that's murder. That's not. That's murder. You shoot somebody through the back.
Thanks a lot.
How is the medical examiner and the prosecutor and the cops explaining entry wounds from the back?
It's beyond me.
Sounds like another setup, like another planted gun.
I didn't know that.
For they stopped them. They had a planted gun, and they fired, and they left it there.
Jim used to be the dog man.
What is his family saying?
I had 6 of them.
Well, his family, as you can expect, is outraged, and
What are they claiming about the allegations of the incident?
they're demanding justice for their.
No, I'm saying as far as if the cops are saying he had a gun and they felt he was going to fire at them, what did they say about it? Have they said anything as far as the arguments why they shot him?
I didn't recall reading up on anything about that at this point. Anybody on the social stream can provide a little bit of feedback regarding that.
It sounds like a typical what they do is in these neighborhoods.
Okay.
They always have a gun that they
I just got a
steal
nice
from
message.
somebody.
Yeah.
They rub off this
I will
file
be
number.
there around 9 p.m. with pound cake and a picture of green tea, Daniela. Daniela is a performance artist. She does blood wrestling.
Oh,
Yeah,
Blood
it's like-
wrestling?
It's like 2 half.
Google it if you don't know what it is.
No, I don't know.
2 cute girls, scantily clad.
Okay.
They'll do political rhetoric, and then they'll go at it in a big, like a kiddie pool full of fake blood.
Oh, I think I've seen
Yeah,
that.
they do that at Tommy's at the, Ryan anniversary concert.
Yeah, on my stage. I have a stage I bring over there. I have I own a mobile stage.
I was just thinking that picture. You know what else? I just found a picture of Jerry when he climbed up in the tree over at Washington Square Park.
You told me
This
about
friend of ours, when they were going to put a curfew on Washington Square Park, there were protests about it. And Jerry the peddler climbed up in a tree. I just found a picture of it in my photo archive. And instead of trying to get him out of the tree, the cops just left the cop over there to wait for him to come out of the tree, and they arrested him when he came down.
He has some big balls.
We used to have some big protests over in the park over there, but
well, this used to be like a nesting ground
it
of
was a center for
radicalism.
subversive activity. The yippies were there, everybody was there, but Giuliani wiped that shit out completely. completely. And NYU was part of that. You know, I mean, it was NYU's lobbying that got this park sanitized of the subversive element. They played a big role in that.
First time they stopped bicycling in a public park.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, they invented the bicycle. She was like basically pointing you out. That was just a minor thing. She was. I gotta take it right around that time, putting my legs up over the bench.
Did you hear about this latest ordinance that Bloomberg is trying to pass? That you can have your earplugs. That you have to have your earplugs up to a certain level.
Yeah.
What does he mean by that?
Earbuds.
When you're listening to music, your earbuds have to be at a certain level. They can't be too loud.
So you're not distracted.
And that's what it's about for you.
You mean if you're driving?
No, like if you're walking around or on a subway
You have to
train.
listen to your music quietly while drinking your little teacup of soda.
You can't even have soda. Well, yeah. That's,
Well, the soda ban's been overturned though.
well, temporarily. I guess,
You know he's gonna appeal. He's got nothing
But
better.
he's feeling, well, it embarrassed him. He doesn't really care too much about it. It's embarrassing.
He's got nothing better to do.
My friend's a contractor working on a project right behind his building, and limousine pulls up not long ago. I won't say the guy, my contractor's friend's name, because there's a lot of dust, and he's got all the permits and everything, and the limo driver gets up, tells my friend, "There's too much dust." You know, he says, "What's going? All the permits were all by the book," and F you to the limo driver. And Bloomberg got out of the limousine. The security guy with him.
Are you kidding?
No, really. Bloomberg went up to somebody, you know who, and he's like, "You're gonna put that dust. You're gonna stop it right now." My friend says, "Well, I can break off the sprinkler heads and sprinkle the whole building, but that'd be a fire. It'd be illegal if there's a fire." And he goes, "Go ahead and do it anyway." And he had him sprinkle the whole building and put the dust down, and you know, he didn't give a shit as long as there was no dust in his neighborhood. It's all about him, man. It's all. He's got more guns surrounding him than any mayor in history, but. Whatever. He's whiny. I was in Brooklyn at the Rockaways a week or two ago, and he got booed. Like I started he got booed genuinely at that Irish parade in Rockaway. After the storm, he was saying, "Oh yeah, he was calling it the Little Rockaways," but he was calling East Rockaway, Far Rockaway, and he had no idea of the geography or really what happened.
Yeah, how surprising. The little sign is creep. Go ahead.
I suppose that ties in with gentrification as well. Bloomberg's response to Hurricane Sandy.
Yeah, well, ultimate response might be development.
Well, I mean, Bushwick is gentrified like crazy now, you know. It
show
happens.
this on your life.
It's
So where?
planned gentrification, I believe.
Hey, Marianne.
So where? The question is, where are all these people going to go?
They anywhere but any of the
Just
boroughs.
have 'em,
They
just have
don't
'em.
care, you know. Upstate New York or Jersey.
Pretty good.
I know people just moved out to Elizabeth City, New Jersey, because they could afford an apartment out there.
Okay, no.
They know about this.
I'm not sleeping. I'll be sleeping.
Yeah, they coming.
Maybe a couple of weeks now. It's crazy. That John Penley's crazy. He's sleeping on the
You should talk
sidewalk.
to Marianne. She's been through all this history. This is Marianne right here, up the Lower East Side.
If she's comfortable with being on camera, I'll interview her. But
Marianne, would you just give them a little history about what's been going on in the Lower East Side? And you know, you've been through it all with us.
Well, being destroyed systematically. I mean, I lived in a loft where we were evicted by arson in 1978. It was clear arson, but the landlord managed to have it declared suspicious, and well, that was the end of my life in a loft. And I moved to 6th Street, and there was another fire.
You make an announcement.
So it goes in this neighborhood.
Well, they redlined the neighborhood back then, and the firemen wouldn't respond to certain buildings. They just wouldn't respond. It was is endemic to it's really like the Bronx burning in the 70s.
Jimmy just told us about it.